Hello, welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today we're taking a little drive, and I'm actually looking at a new shop. So you guys know I've had the shop now for about a year, the big new shop that I've had now for a year, and I recently moved, and I don't know, just seeing if there's any other shops that are like closer to my house, and I found one that is a lot closer to my house. It's like 7 minutes away from my house, 8 minutes, whatever, and we're going to look at it right now. So we're gonna see. I've been to this place before, and the people that were here prior, they definitely kind of ran the place down a little bit, so it does need a lot of work. It's not perfect by any means, but we're gonna check it out and just kind of see what we can do, because I feel like there may be some potential at this location, but I don't know. We'll see. So we're pulling up right now. So much. There's a ton of storage here. It's honestly really big for what I probably need, but it's got this big old sign right here. I can already see a Hunter Tuned logo right there. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? This is just, honestly, may not happen, may happen. I have not a clue. Not a clue. But we're going to check her out. So this is one of the rooms. Kind of in the middle of renovating some of it. We can walk this way. There's another room over here. Another little room. Walk this way. Another little room right here. Not lit. Another, this is like a whole nother shop space right here with an overhead door. This bathroom was right here, but it's, you know, needing work. There's another little room. Here's the big portion of the building, or the bigger shop. This is ginormous, honestly. It's freaking huge, but yeah, needs a ton of updating and fixing, renovating. Electrical isn't really up to par. Insulation's falling down. It's definitely needs a lot, but also has huge potential for somebody. But I don't know. There's a couple options where, you know, it's rent out one portion of the place, or there's another option where it's the whole thing, or it's another option of, you know, fixing it myself. I don't know, tons of options, but I don't know, not sure. Walk back through here. There's another building out here. And then this is the office area.
It almost looks like a mobile home or something.
Yeah, some sort of prefab thing that is set there.
This is the front door. Our building up there. Alrighty guys, so we just left that little shop that not little shop. I inserted the clip before this one here about just doing a little walkthrough of that place, and it's freaking ginormous. The land it's in a good location, I think. I'd be able to have the dyno and stuff, just because it is a commercially zoned place and it's kind of out in the country, but not super out in the country. It was just like a little bit secluded, you know, tucked away in the woods a little. But yeah, so we did a little walkthrough. The building itself needs a ton of work. It needs like electrical service, it needs, you know, insulation, a ton of stuff. Like, it's pretty run down, to be honest. But, you know, I figure, you know, maybe do something with it. I don't know. It was just kind of a spur of the thing, like, oh, it's for rent. I called the guy, he's like, I'm right down the road. I'm like, all right, I'll look at it. You know, but nothing set in stone, obviously. You know, this is just, I wouldn't even say it's like a dream. It's just an idea. Alrighty guys, so I'm actually back home now. There's a car over here that you'll see soon. But you know, like I said, I had saw that shop was for sale and was just like, or it was for sale or for rent. And I saw it and I was like, oh, I should check it out. It's kind of close to my house and it's on 10 acres of land. It's just a cool little place, minus the building itself. The building is, like I said, pretty run down, and you know, it's not the greatest, but it was just a spur of the moment thing where I'm like, oh, I should maybe look at it. And honestly, I kind of want to get your guys' feedback on it. I know a lot of people might be like, oh, you should do it, that'd be so awesome for the channel and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, it might cost more money to renovate that place to make it look decent, to have kind of what I have now at my current shop. My current shop, like I said, I moved. I'm a little bit farther away from it. It's not like a ton farther away, but it is far enough away where I'm just kind of getting sick of the drive, because a lot of times when I'm at home spending time with my family or whatever, it's a lot harder for me to want to drive an hour and have an hour's worth of drive time to go to the shop to work on something, and then have another 10 minutes or so to go get stuff. And you know, just being closer to stuff is a lot easier. I've been spoiled kind of my whole life with being like really close to parts stores and really close to home, honestly. Like I had a storage unit before I had this shop that I have now, and that was, you know, fairly close to town. It was a little bit out of town, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like no 30 minutes or anything like that. You know, it was probably like a 5-minute drive instead of 30 minutes, which I feel like I'm making a really big deal out of it, which might not be a big deal to just have the drive that I have now. But I've noticed that, like, it's a lot harder to get motivation for myself to go, you know, drive that far to work on something and then drive home. And if I need to come home for anything, it's a lot harder to want to drive back again the same day. It's just tough to do that. And I'm a very sporadic person, to where if I get an idea in my head, if I'm sitting on the couch at home, I'd just be like, oh, I want to go do that really quick. And it's a lot harder for me to be like, I gotta drive all the way to the fucking shop and I gotta drive all the way home. So that's the only reason I've been thinking about, you know, looking into a new shop. And there's shops literally right next door to my house, but I don't think I could have the dyno, which sucks because I just bought the dyno this year. And it's something I want to keep. I want to keep around. I want to keep the dyno around. It's kind of part of my whole thing is I tune cars, so having the dyno is kind of a must. And like I said, this place is on 10 acres of land. And like I said, we just bought our house, but like my girlfriend was just like, well, shit, why didn't we just buy that place and then you know, we could have just built a house on that land that was already there, and then you would have had a giant shop and a house and all that kind of stuff. And that would be like, realistically, that would be like a dream come true, is I could buy that place, or, you know, buy it on a land contract or something like that, because obviously I ain't got fucking what they're asking for it. It's, the land and stuff is definitely worth a little bit of money just because of where it is, and you know, it's, you know, whatever, it's a thing. But I don't even know where any of this is going. Trying to make sense for you guys, trying to make sense of this. Where was I? Okay, it would be a dream, realistically, to have 10 acres of land. I could have like a little fucking dirt bike track or pit bike track or snowmobile track in my backyard. And I could have a house and a shop. Like, that would be ideal, to kind of have everything in one place. But like I said, we just moved into this house. It's not really a permanent house for us, I don't think. It's just kind of our starter house, as everybody's been calling it. It's nice, it's small. We got it for a good price, and you know, it doesn't really hinder our budget a whole lot, just because it is so small, and we got it very cheap, so our payments are pretty low. So I decided to keep my current shop that I have, which I pay $800 a month for my current shop, which, you know, is a lot, but I also have the luxury of having the dyno there, and it's a fairly big sized shop. I have my lift, the car lift and stuff, and that's, I mean, I really have my car lift and the dyno, and I have like a couple benches and a toolbox. Like, I really don't have that much stuff. So to utilize this kind of space that this place is would definitely be, I would not utilize all of it. And if I did utilize all of it, I would have to spend a lot more money to utilize it. So I was thinking, like, if this was even a possibility, that I would probably maybe rent out part of it or whatever, because I wouldn't want to have just a section of it. I feel like I like to be in charge of stuff a lot. So if I got it, I would want to do, I would almost want to fully commit to the place. Like, I would want to almost buy it or do a land contract or something like that with the guy. But it would be literally double what I'm paying now. I think he wanted like $2,000 a month for the whole thing, which I don't know if it's a bad price, but it seems like a lot for that rundown of a building. Like, I would probably be okay with that kind of price. Obviously, I wouldn't want to pay that, because that's a lot of freaking money a month for a fucking shop. But, you know, the size of it and the acreage and the type of land it is and whatever is probably worth that $2,000 a month. If the building was up to snuff, like it had 220 electrical and it had insulation and a heater and all that kind of stuff. But with it being so run down, it's almost, my buddy was telling me, he's like, man, it'd almost be easier just to bulldoze that building. Like, just fucking burn it down, tear it down, whatever, and start over and just put up a pole building like I have now at my current shop. Like, that would be cool. Put a pole building there and then a little house, and you'd be set. Like, you'd be totally set. But that's just like a, yeah, it's just a big, it would be a huge commitment. It would be a huge commitment. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. I don't know if I want to do it. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Let's just say that. But like I said, that building, it's very run down, needs a ton of work, and I don't know if it's a smart thing right now, or who would really even want to rent it unless you wanted to like store your boat, because there's no heat. It's not really a workable space right now. Yeah, I don't know if there's like negotiations I can do with the guy to try to get him to talk to me a little bit more. I don't really know what kind of, if I can have like appraisers come in and look at stuff to see what stuff is worth, why it's worth it, why it's not worth it. The building is total, you know, yeah, it's just, it's, I don't know. My mind is like totally against doing this, but then again, it's kind of for it, because I don't know, I feel like it's got a lot of potential, and there's not a lot of places around my area that I can do dyno tuning at. There's just not a lot of shops available. There's not good locations anywhere where I can do what I do. That's why my shop is as far away as it is. Like, I've looked forever, and I constantly am looking for a new place, but, you know, that's just how it goes. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. If you want me to talk a little bit more in depth about this, I can. But I kind of want to just get like a quick little feedback from you guys and see what you think on this shop. It's probably realistically not in the cards, but it's an idea. It's an idea. Who knows? I don't know. It's good to have ideas and good to think about stuff and think about possibilities to expand and grow. But then again, you got to be smart. You can't overspend. You know, if I overspend and I don't have enough business, well then, you know, Hunter Tune goes down and nobody gets fucking videos or whatever the case is. Yeah, so anywho, have a great night and a better tomorrow. I was actually going to pile this into another video that I filmed. That was my like goal, because this was such a spur of the moment thing. I have a whole nother video that I was talking about right after the last clip you saw, and I'm like, man, I can't include that. Like, the video would just be all over the place on topics that I want to focus on one video only, just because they're kind of important things that I wanted to talk about. So this video, you know, just going to be talking about that shop and possibilities with it. And then the next video, we're going to talk about some stuff with the racetrack, because I actually got talked to those guys, and really excited about that stuff too. And I'm really excited about other stuff that I filmed in that video. But I'm gonna do 3 separate videos instead of piling it into one. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and it's not gonna be like some 35-40 minute drawn out video with 10 different topics. We're just gonna focus on one thing at a time, or try to. So, okay, have a great night, better tomorrow. We'll see you later.